Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Are you hearing me, students? Please reply, hurry up. Are you listening me? Yes, reply, please. Okay, very good of you, Anusha. I am waiting for other people to join me. After that, I will start my today's class. Just waiting for a while. Now I want to discuss about your reopening or restarting of online classes. You know that your exams will be little postponed and they will commence after a long period of time, and because of that we have started our online classes again, so that you will do your revision again and you will solve your problems if you have not understood anything, or if anything has not been understood clearly by you, your concepts is not correct, and you have got some problems in your mind, then you will share with us and solve your problems. Okay. And welcome you all again in the online classes. I hope you will join me daily. You know that your time is 11:50 daily. So I hope you will join me daily on daily basis, so that we will review different topics during the online classes one by one. And if you have got any confusions, then you are allowed to ask me the questions as well after the completion of the lecture. Okay. Now today it is English language review. I'm giving you the review of a topic here. This is lecture number 64 and this is Akshin Imran. I'm giving you the review of application writing today, because I have seen that most of you have done a lot of mistakes, silly mistakes, I can say that, in application writing. So I want to discuss or share with you the review of application writing first. So please be careful, listen to me very carefully, concentrate on the topic, and then I will upload the video. If you have got any problems, any confusions, go through it again and again, see it again and again. So, and try to learn each and every concept, each and every step, how to write an application. Nawal, Nida, and other people, please. After the completion of the lecture, I will give you the time to ask me any question. Okay, not now, because it will disturb the class, and you know that we have limited time, so it will not possible for me to complete the lecture then. Okay, so please wait for a while. I will give you time. At the end of the lecture, you will ask any question, whatever you want. Now I'm going to start the review of application writing. First of all, I'm telling you the application definition. You know that your MCQs will come, many MCQs will come in your examinations. So there will be little things you should know. Okay, like you should know the of everything, definitions of everything, so that you can easily solve those MCQs. Because if application is included, for example, if application is included in your topic, in your syllabus, it means they can ask anything about the application, even the definition, even the steps, whatever. It doesn't mean that they can give only the application writing. They can ask anything from the application in the form of MCQs as well. So you should be prepared for the everything. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm telling you the definition of application. An application is a formal request. Okay, we are requesting something, and it is in the form of formal request. It means we have to use some particular pattern for that. We are not writing this application to our relatives or our family members. We are not using the common language. We must use the formal language because application can be written in many forms to be considered for a position. It means we can write if you want to apply for a job, okay, for a position, or to be allowed to do or have something, or if you are doing job in some area, some organization, or if you are a student in some school, then you have to write the application asking for leave, asking for short leave. Short leave, I want to explain short leave. Short leave means half day. Okay, short leaves means if you are in the school or if you are in the organization and if you want to go early to your home for some work, okay, and it is called short leave. Short leave means half day. Now it should be submitted to an authority, institution, or organization. You know that when we are writing the application, we have to submit it, or we have to write it. The addressee must be the head of the organization. Now there are some steps, particular steps of application writing or move, and many of you are forgetting those steps. Even you you are forgetting to underline the subject. Please, you should remember all the steps. Okay. Now there are 7 steps. I am explaining you all of them one by one. First of all, I am telling you the steps. The first is heading. In heading, we are writing the addressee name, not the name directly. Actually, we are writing the designation. Like when you are writing the application, you are writing the principal. Principal means a designated authority person. Okay, a designated person, an authority. Okay, so it means we are writing the designation of the addressee. It means to whom we are writing the application. We are writing the designation, not the name, with address, with complete address. Okay, if you are writing the address, you should remember that you must write the complete address. Then the second step, you have to write the subject. Subject means you have to write the topic. It means whenever a person is reading the application from the subject, he can understand what is the matter or what is the reason behind the application. Okay, there is no need to read the whole application. If you are writing the subject properly or clearly, then the person can understand the reason of writing the application. Then third, greetings, to say something in the beginning. Then fourth is the beginning. And the fifth is the body part, in which you are writing the reason actually why you are writing the application. The sixth step is the ending. And the seventh step is the closing, in which you are writing the date. Remember one more thing, very essential, very important, that date must be written at the end of the application. Many of you have written the date at the top part. So please be careful that there is a difference between letter and application. The date in the letter is written in the top part and date in the application is written at the bottom part. So please, these are the reviews, and you should be, concentrate so that you can understand even the small points about every topic, so that you cannot do any mistake. Now, one more thing which I want to tell you, one more thing which I have already told you many times, but I'm telling you again and again that you have to use the block pattern of application writing, letter writing, and essay writing. If you remember the block pattern, it means you have to start everything with the margin line. Okay, remember this thing. If your copies or examination copies are not having the margin lines, you should draw the margin line first and then use the block pattern to write the application and the letter as well as the essay. Okay. Now, first of all, we are discussing the heading. I hope you are understanding whatever I'm saying and you are listening me very carefully. I will upload the video so that you can see it again and again and solve your confusions. Now, first of all, there is a note at the top part of the slide that it must be written from left side of the page with the margin. Okay, this is the most important point. That means you have to start it from the margin line and from the left side. You all know that in English work we are always drawing the margin from left side. Okay, so you should be very careful about all these things. And one more thing, you should be very careful about the punctuation marks. Punctuation marks also includes the capital letters. Capitalization is included in punctuation. So you should be very careful about the capital letters as well as the other punctuation marks, whatever, comma, full stop, whatever is there, underline, where you have to do the underline. You should be very careful about all these things. You have a lot of time when you are attempting the paper. Please, you have to divide the time very carefully and do everything very carefully. Now we are starting with the designation of the authority or the head of the organization. So the principal, comma. Be careful about the spelling of the principal as well, because many of you do not know the spelling of principal even. P with capital, T is capital here. It is the designation. Okay. Then comma. Comma is showing that the address or something has to be written here. ABC school, ABC in the capital form, S is capital for school, and remember that there is no full stop in between A, B, and C. With the comma again, it means the address is continued here. School name, you can write, it is optional. It is optional for you. You can also write your school name, but it is better to write ABC. Now in the third line, area name, Gulistane-Johor. Please be careful about the spelling, and you should be very careful where the capital letter is needed. G is capital here, J is capital here, then comma. Again, you can see that. Then in the last line, the city name, Karachi, K is capital with the full stop. Full stop is showing that the address has been completed here. Okay. There is another note in the at the bottom of the slide. You can see that leave one line. Okay. It means after completion of this heading, you have to leave one line. Please remember this. Now, after that, the second step of the application is to write the subject. Now, there is a note about the subject. Subject must be underlined. Okay, remember this thing. Subject must be underlined. Not the word subject, but the heading which you are writing here. Actually, the reason in the heading form you are writing here. So, it must be underlined. I have given you some examples here. 3 examples I have shown here. Subject, application for sick leave, full stop. This is the way of writing a subject. One way of writing a subject. A is capital. This subject you can write in the capital form, or you can write S in the capital with other words smaller. For the preposition which we are using here in the heading of the subject, remember always use with the small letters. Then sick leave, S is capital and L is capital. With the full stop at the end, remember to place the full stop at the end here. Then there is another example, or subject, request for sick leave. You can write application word, or you can write the words request with R capital and S capital and L capital with the full stop at the end. There is another option or another example I have given here, subject. You can directly write the heading of the topic, sick leave. There is no need to write application for or request for. You can directly write in the easiest way, sick leave. S capital with the L capital, full stop. Now again, there is a note which is very much important, leave one line. Now remember that when we are leaving one line before the subject and after the subject, the objective of writing the subject in this way is to make the subject prominent so that the reader can easily understand what has been written in the application and why the application has been written. Okay. Now the next step is greetings and beginning. They come together mostly. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin line. You all know that we are using the block pattern. It means we have to start everything from the margin line. Respected sir, madam. This slash or this bar shows that we can, this is optional. It means you have to write any one of them. These are options. Do not write both of them. Okay, remember R is capital, sir, S is capital. If you are writing sir, it means if you are writing for a male person, you can use the word sir. If you are writing for a female person, then you can use the word madam. M is capital with the comma. Okay, this line, respected sir or madam, it is actually called the greetings. Okay, then the other part of the slide, it is called the beginning. Now remember that the word respected is used here, not the requested word. Please do the corrections in your minds, in your copies, if you have done the mistakes, or when you are doing the practice. I have told you to do practice on in the rough copies so that you will become perfect in every topic. Now I am discussing the beginning. I beg to state that, then dotted line shows that you have to write about whatever you want to write here. Then there is another way of writing the beginning. With due respect, comma, it is stated that. Then again there is a dotted line. It means you have to continue the sentence here. Then there is another option. This is to inform you that. Then there is dotted line which shows the continuity of the sentence. You can see that in every sentence, the word that comes, that means after that you will have to write whatever you want to write. And because of that, these are three ways. You can use any other way also, but these are the simplest ways which I have written here so that you can choose any one of them. But it is up to you. You can use any other thing as well. I beg to state that with due respect, comma, it is stated that this is to inform you that. I hope you are understanding everything. If you have got any confusions, then you can ask me. Now, next step is the body part. Here you can see it must be written from left side of the page with the margin. Again, because we are following the block pattern, so we are using we are writing with the margin line. We are not making any paragraph. Remember that. Okay, we are not making any paragraph. When we want to change the paragraph, we just change the line and start with the margin. Remember these things. Please, you are doing mistakes again and again. I'm telling you many times and I'm again telling you, please, 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 whatever I'm telling you, apply all those rules. Otherwise, you will, your marks will be deducted. So please apply all rules for following the block pattern. Now you can see I have written the dotted line here. Dotted line means when you have started the beginning, that is the first paragraph. So it means you have to continue from there after that. Okay, remember this thing. These dotted line shows that it is the continuation of the beginning part. Beginning part is actually the first paragraph. For example, I beg to state that I have been suffering from severe viral infection since last night. It means you are telling about the background, whatever you have got the problem. Okay. I have been suffering from severe viral infection since last night. I have told you since is used always when we are telling the beginning point of the action. So we are using since here. Full stop. The first statement has been completed. So we have marked the full stop here. No, first paragraph will also be written with the margin. Okay. I have told you not to leave any space for making any paragraph. Okay. Not to leave any place. Don't leave any place. Just start with the margin line. Okay. Now, the first line has been completed here. I beg to state that I have been suffering from severe viral infection since last night, full stop. After that, you are telling about your recent situation. I will not be able to come to school for at least 3 days. Okay. You are telling, you're writing about your situation, your current situation, that you are not able to come to school for 3 days. You have written here 3 days. It means it is 3 days leave, because you have to mention the number of the days here, full stop. Then you have also written about the doctor's suggestion. Doctor has advised me to take rest to recover completely. Okay. Now the first paragraph has been completed here with the full stop at the end. Now when we start the second paragraph, you can see that I have not left any place and I have started directly with the margin line. Okay. Now kindly grant me leave for 3 days, that is from date to date. It means you have to mention the date here. Okay. Date is very much compulsory when you are writing about the leave. Okay. Or anything that whenever you are writing the application, you have to mention the date properly and clearly. It means if you are asking for 3 days leave, you have to write the date, the very first day from you where you have started the leave, and the last date from where you want to end the leave. Okay, then full stop. I hope you are understanding. Very easy ways to write the application, but you should know, you should follow all the rules. Okay. Now we come to the ending. This is another step in the application writing. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin. Again, I have told you with this line that you have to follow the block pattern. It means you have to start with the margin line. Then I will be, this is the 3 ways of writing the ending. I will be very grateful to you for this act of kindness. It means if this is the third paragraph. Okay, remember, beginning is the first paragraph, then ending is the third paragraph. Remember, and there is another way to write the ending, or I will be very thankful to you for your cooperation, full stop. Or there is another way, in the easiest way, thanking you in anticipation, full stop. Now remember to place the full stop at the end of each sentence. One more thing, if you are writing the word grateful, so you should be very careful about the spelling of grateful. Okay, very much important to write the correct spellings. Now I'm showing you the closing. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin line. You should be very careful that we are following the block pattern. So everything must be started with the margin line. Now, what is the closing? Yours obediently, comma. Yours, remember that we are not using any apostrophe here, with Y capital and O capital for obediently. Okay. Now remember, please, you have to learn the spelling of obediently with the comma. Then X, Y, Z. X dot, Y dot, Z dot. Remember, if you remember, when we are starting the application, we are writing ABC school and there is no full stop between that. But when we are writing the closing part, we are writing with the full stop in between them, X, Y, and Z. With the full stop at the end also, which shows that it is your name. Actually, X, Y, Z is written in place of your name and it is the completion. So we must place the full stop at the end. A student of class 8, class 9, whatever you are, you have to mention that. Student of class 8. A student word S capital, C capital. Of is the preposition. Remember, when we are using preposition anywhere here, we are using with the small letter. Then full stop. Then date with D capital, not dated. Remember, D is omitted now. We are writing the word date here. Now, see the pattern of writing the date. First of all, mention the month with the capital word first, like December I have written. So D is capital. Then I have written 1. I'm not writing first here. I'm writing 1. Okay. If you have 1-digit date, then add 0 before that. If you have 2 digits, like 11, 12, there will be 2 digits already. So If you have one digit date, then add 0 before that. Remember, we are always writing the day with 2 digits, then comma, then year. Mention the year 2020, 2020, then full stop. Full stop always shows the completion of the sentence. Okay, I hope you have understood everything. If you have not understood anything, please ask me here. I'm waiting for your replies then. Now, please, if you want to ask me, hurry up. You are allowed now. Now, please ask me if you want to ask anything. I'm waiting. Yes, Namal. In the subject, you have to write with the capital letters, but if there is any preposition you are writing, then it will be written with the small letters. Nida, I will discuss about the board exams pattern within some time. But first of all, I want to ask whether you have understood or not. If you have got any question about application writing, please ask me first. After that, I will discuss about the board pattern. Anyone, if you want to ask anything, or if you have understood, please write yes here or no, whatever you want. Hurry up so that I will start the explanation of your board pattern paper. Any one of you? Yes, Naval, if you are writing the application about any excursion trip, then you have to mention the place as well as you have to mention the reason why you want to go there. Okay, you have to mention the reason as well. And the name of the place is a must. Any other thing if you want to ask, please tell me. Hurry up so that I will start the pattern. Yes, you can mention any historical place or any amusement place. Yes. But you have to write any reason about why do you want to go there? Okay, why you have selected that place. And you have to also write about the conveyance that principal have to arrange the conveyance as well as allow you, you have to take permission from your parents as well. You have to write about everything. Okay, if you want to go from school anywhere, so you have to write about the permission from the parents as well, about the conveyance, about the teachers, that teachers must go with you. Actually, you have to write Mohenjo-daro about for excursion or for historical place. What was the question? I think you have written about Mohenjo-daro from your. You have written about Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is a historical place. Okay, and if you have written about your topics that you want to go there because you have read something from your topic from your book, then it will be wrong. Okay, and I think that was the reason it is wrong, because you have mentioned that you want to go there because you have read something about it in your books. Because if you are giving this reason, that if you are giving this reason that you have read about something to go there, it means it is not the excursion trip, it is the historical place, it is the visit. It is not the excursion, it is the visit. Okay, If you want to write Mohenjo-daro as an excursion place, so you have do not mention it that you have written, you have read it something about it in the books. Okay, directly write it that you are interested to go to some historical place or to some to see Mohenjo-daro. Okay, for picnic. Okay, now there is less time left, so I want to discuss about your pattern paper. You know that your examinations have been postponed for some period of time, and because of that, we are doing the revisions. But first of all, I want to discuss about the pattern of your model paper. I hope you have already seen the model paper, and you all know that your paper will be of 100 marks. Okay, and 50% MCQs will be there. It means 50 MCQs will be there in your examination paper in section A, and these will be of 50 marks each. It means it is very easy to get 50 marks from 100. If you prepare for the MCQs, if you will do them very carefully and correctly, then you will easily get 50 marks. And remember that 50 marks MCQs will be from literature as well as language. It means you have to prepare from both sides, and for that reason you have to read the lessons many times very carefully and very thoroughly, so that you will be able to answer any MCQs which will come in your. Oh, okay, Nawal, we will discuss about those MCQs afterwards. Okay, but I am discussing the pattern paper here because we have limited time. So I want to discuss about the pattern paper first, because today is the first class. So I want to discuss if any one of you have not understood. Yes, Nida. Everything can come in MCQs. Now there is section B in your question paper. Section A is of 100 marks of 50 marks of MCQs. Section B, in which there are short question answers given from your most of the short questions will be from literature side. And then next question is given about translation. In translation, you should remember that you have to translate the English paragraph into Urdu. Till 8th class, we have done the translation from Urdu to English, but in 9th class, you know that you have to translate the English paragraph, short paragraph into Urdu. So you should be very careful about the translation, and I have already told you that do the word-to-word translation, and after that, compile the words in the form of sentences. It will be easier. So do it in the rough first, and after that, compile the whole paragraph and then write in the correct place. Now, the third question, which will be in the B section, it will be actually the comprehension. Comprehension means a passage will be given to you, and there will be different questions from the passage. Even the fill in the blanks, even MCQs, even the words meanings can come, even sentence making can come from there. Even short question answers can come from the given passage. It means whenever the passage has come to in front of you, you have to read it very carefully, very thoroughly, and then find out the answers. And remember, when you are writing the answers for the comprehension passage, you should be very careful that you will write in the to the point form. Yes, it is confirmed, Nawal, that paragraph will be coming in the examinations, and you will not have to be given any sentences. The translation will be given in the paragraph form. 3 or 5 lines paragraph will be given, and you have to translate it into Urdu. Okay. Then there will be a third section in your question paper, that is section number C, in which you can see in the model paper that the first question is about the essay or any type of written material, thing it has been given. It means that you have to be given any situation of any type, and you have to write about that situation. Okay, it means this is a way of writing. This is a way of creative writing. It means whatever situation has been given to you, you have to write about that situation in detail. And most of the time, remember that whenever a situation has been already given, it means you have to write everything in the past tense. Remember that. It means the action or the things have been completed, it means you have to write the creative writing in the past form. And the second option is essay writing. So it will be very easier because you all know that how to write an essay. So there is a choice between the creative writing and the essay writing. So you can easily, if you are not able to write the creative writing, then you will easily select essay, because there are many options in essays. It means you will be given 3 essays and you have to select any one of them. But you have to be careful about writing the essay, because you have to follow all the steps of writing the essay. Inshallah, Nida, I will discuss this situation tomorrow, because there is no time left. Okay. Creative writing means any topic has been given any time and you have to write about that. Okay. It is called creative writing. Whenever a person is writing something on the spot. Okay. It means if you are, for example, if you are sitting somewhere in the classroom and on the spot, I have given you a situation to write about that. 1 page, 2 page, it is called creative writing. Creative writing is not written in the form of essay, but introduction has been given, but it is writing in the form of a story. Okay. Now the third question which will come in your examination in the third section, it will be application or letter. It means there will be a choice between application and letter, and you, because of that, I have started with application, that you will follow all the steps to write an application. And if you're selecting the letter, then inshallah in the next class I will discuss about the letter writing. So you will follow all the steps to write the letter. I hope you all are understanding what I am telling you. Maham, I cannot tell any of the topics because everything is important. Okay. Well, the topics given in your books, they are very much important. Okay. And you all know that we have done the essay writing in 3 forms: descriptive essay, narrative essay, and compare and contrast essay. So all the 3 essays will come with choice. And when we will discuss the essay writing, then I will tell you some of the topics. Okay. Anything which you want to ask more, because only 1 minute is left. Please, if you want to ask anything, please ask me. After that, there will be no time left. Nawal, paraphrasing, if you have to ask about the reference, then it is a must. But if it is given in the form of short question answers, you have to write about the reference, because reference is a must. Within 2 lines, you have to write the reference. Okay. It is a must, whether it has been asked or not. Reference is a must when we do anything about the poem, or when we are explaining the lines. If you are given any line to explain, that it means you have to write the reference. Okay. Now I hope you have understood everything which we have discussed today. I want to stop here because time. No, only poem name is not okay. You have to write the poet name as well. Okay. I will discuss everything tomorrow, the remaining things, because time is over. I want to stop here. Inshallah, we will meet tomorrow. Okay. Allah Hafiz.